Hey guys, so it is Daniela. Hey, so I wanted to bring you guys my first live video. So bear with me if it's slow or if I'm talking weird. It's because I'm nervous and I'm trying to work out all these kinks. So, um, as some of you may or may not know, I am the owner of Knits and Doodles. I have a subscription box for new parents and babes 0 to 12 months to help get parents through that first year. So I bring you essential products, organic skincare, snacks, cool accessories, and basically all the things that we just don't remember as parents because there's so much to buy, right? You've got cribs and furniture and diapers and wipes and different bum creams, and you're like, what the heck? So shopping for new babes can be very overwhelming. So I try to alleviate some of that by bringing you products that I know you're going to need, and things that I know that you'll love. So that's Knits and Doodles. So I'm the owner and the curator for that. So I wanted to kind of create this community online where we can really just talk honestly and openly about parenthood, what it means to be a parent, share our journeys together. And really, it's a way for me to kind of learn as well because, I'm going to be bringing you these vlogs live, but I also want your feedback, obviously. And again, bear with me because these first couple of videos, I'm sure, are going to be just awful as I'm getting used to it. So I promise you that as we continue to grow, my production value will get better. Just for today and just for the purpose of getting it going, I just wanted to set this up and talk to you about my breastfeeding journey so far. So breastfeeding is something that we all talk about as parents, especially moms. We always hear breast is best, and the nutritional value and the medical value, or medical, I guess, yeah, medical value of breastfeeding versus formula feeding, which there are no judgments here, and on this community, no judgments. So again, if there's any negative comments or anything like that, I will be deleting them because we don't got time for that. Okay, we're all parents. Um, I'm sure most of you watching or going to watch this video are going to be moms, and I'm all about empowering and supporting my mom community and my mom tribe. So I don't do the shitty comments. Um, so to get back to it, so I'm going to be talking to you guys about my breastfeeding journey. So just to kind of catch you up, I'm on child number 2, and I was not able to breastfeed with my first. So basically, what happened in a nutshell was Olivia was born. Um, I had gestational diabetes, so she was born premature, 5 weeks, and so she went into NICU right away. And when you go into NICU, they start feeding you formula. Um, I wasn't, because my recovery was such a process, I wasn't able to go in there for all of the feeding. So I did what I was able to express my colostrum and give that to her. But really, I was so tired and out of it. I'd gotten a lot of fentanyl, and I'd gotten an epidural, although it didn't work, but I'd gotten an epidural. So all of these drugs were just in my system, and really it just didn't allow me to be kind of like high functioning right away. So I wasn't able to get into the NICU all the time to breastfeed. And unlike popular belief, your breast milk doesn't always come in right away. So oftentimes, and this is what I was discussing with the nurse this time around, was oftentimes it doesn't come in until about a week or at least a few days after. So if you're watching and you're pregnant, and you're worried about your milk supply, just remember for the first few days you may not have anything. You're going to get some colostrum. I think that's kind of like automatic once the baby's born, but you might not get a huge milk supply. So for all of these moms thinking that you're going to go in and you're just going to be able to pump all this wonderful liquid gold and feed your baby right away, that may not happen, but that isn't cause for distress. And so that's something that I didn't realize right away as well. And I wish someone had told me that the first time around, because then I think I would have kept trying. So basically, what happened, so we'll go back to that. But basically, what ended up happening was um, Olivia went into NICU right away. I wasn't able to get to her to nurse at every feed. So she ended up drinking formula. And by the time I got her home, because she was in there for 5 days, um, my milk probably was starting to come in. But because I wasn't nursing, I think it kind of dried up a little bit. And then I was under all this stress to like really make it work. And so I started taking fenugreek and thistleweed pills. And 2 years ago, the recommendation was to take 3 pills 3 times a day of each. So basically, I was taking 18 pills a day, plus drinking mother's milk tea, plus drinking raspberry. It was just crazy. It was just crazy the amount of things I was doing. I'm pumping every 5 seconds. It was just ridiculous. Um, and we were moving and all the stress. So it just didn't happen for me, and I gave up really easy. I gave up after maybe 2 weeks. I just decided, no, formula is where it's at. She was getting really fussy around trying to nurse and all of this stuff. So I couldn't do it anymore. I was really depressed about it. And that actually spun me into postpartum depression. So just as a forewarning, new moms, your milk supply might not come in right away, but don't don't let that deter you from your goal of breastfeeding if that's what you want to do. Keep at it, keep trying to pump. I wouldn't recommend the fenugreek and the thistleweed pills because I found that one, I found that they didn't work for me. Two, just taking that many pills I think can be stressful. Although I've heard now that they come in higher doses, so you don't have to take as many. So it might still be an option for you. I don't know. I'm not a medical expert. I'm not a lactation consultant. I'm just telling you based on my experience. If you still have to take 3 pills 3 times a day, that might be stressful for you. But if it's a higher dosage and you only have to take 1 or 2 pills a day or 3 pills a day, maybe it's not so bad. So, um, so forward to now. So now I'm on baby number 2, and I'm breastfeeding. Yay! So I'm not exclusively breastfeeding. With Evangeline, we did. She was also premature, but she was born later. So we didn't have to stay in the hospital. She didn't go into NICU. We stayed in the hospital simply because I did have gestational diabetes. She Her sugars were low when she came out, so we needed to get those back up, which means that we did need to supplement with formula to begin with. But I was nursing the entire time. So I would nurse, then she would drink the bottle, and then I would try to nurse again or pump. That's when we were in the hospital. That was 5 days because in my province, you are in the hospital for 72 hours if there's any sort of premature birth or complication or whatever it is. So we were in there for that time, which is kind of nice. It was stressful for me while I was in there because I have a toddler at home who I wanted to get back to. But it was kind of nice looking back on it because it kind of felt like a vacation just for her and I. Um, and I think it kind of solidified our bond. Um, it's weird to say, with Olivia, my first, my husband is the one who first did skin to skin and was able to see her more often because obviously he was mobile and we didn't have any other kids. But with Evangeline, it's really been her and I. So, Olivia and I are very close. Love her. Oh my God, you know, she's half my world. And then Evangeline over here is my other half. But her and I think, have just kind of bonded right from the beginning. And sorry, I keep pointing over there because she's sleeping in a bassinet over there. So that's why I keep doing that. Anyways, so this time, what I have done because I was determined that I was going to put in a renewed effort to breastfeed. So what I've done this time is I tried to take all of my precautions. So I was taking my prenatal pills, yes, but I also started at about 8 months. I started taking this lactation granola from Bessie's Best. And if you are already subscribed to the box and you got the starter box, then you know all about Bessie's Best because I've been sending them out with every starter box. So it is this awesome granola here. Okay, so I'm just going to make that a little closer. And so Bessie's Best is It is an American company. But I'm just going to read to you what it says on the back here. So it says, our wholesome granola is the perfect way to help produce for your little one. With a medley of natural ingredients from flaxseed to apricots, it's also a healthy, nutritious, and delicious snack for everyone. So it is granola, but like it says, it does have all of these awesome, natural, really yummy ingredients in it to help. And I'm not going to say help you produce milk, because it's, when you look on their website and read more about the granola, it's not necessarily to help you produce more milk. This is really to help clear your ducts and make sure your ducts are nice and clear, which is why I started eating it at about 8 months, is because I had noticed that I was having, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but I was having a little bit of weird discharge from one of my nipples. And it wasn't milk or anything like that. It was like a thicker discharge. And the doctor said he believed that my milk ducts were clogged on this nipple. So I started taking this so that I could really help that situation. And it does have amazing is in almost anything that has to do with improving your milk supply. So that's good. Almonds, apricots, maple syrup, vanilla extract, so on and so forth. And then it goes into like all of the weird things like sodium benzoate, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so really great. So I've been eating this basically every morning since about 8 months, and it really just helps keep them nice and clear. And I am so happy to report that I have not had, any mishaps with like mastitis or anything like that. Um, and I'm not always able to empty my breast entirely. So the fact that I haven't had mastitis and I'm not emptying my breast fully is really amazing. So let's keep our fingers crossed that continues. But that's just to tell you how good this lactation granola is. So put it up one more time. So if you are looking for something great, simple, feels good to put in your body, Bessie's Best Lactation Granola is what I would recommend. So that's that. Now, I was noticing that I'm pumping, I'm feeding, but I really want to get to a point where I'm able to pump and store, so that anyone is able to feed her. And I'm trying to still wean her off of formula. So I am right now still supplementing with formula. So I give her it's probably about 8 ounces a day of formula, and then everything else is breast milk. And oftentimes those 8 ounces do have about 2 to 3 ounces of breast milk that I'm able to pump and store besides what I'm nursing her, because Eva does nurse for a fairly long time. When we are just breastfeeding, it takes anywhere from about, I would say, 20 to about 40 minutes has been the longest feed. So she's sucking, and then she falls asleep, and then I take out my nipple, I try to like slide it out of there, and she's like, oh wait, I want more of that. Where is my nipple? So she continues to feed. So that's why it's been taking a little bit longer. That's cool. You got to do what you got to do for your babe, right? Um, but I did notice that I was pumping less and less and less. Um, and I'm also not pumping every 3 hours. Anyone, any of those moms will tell you that you have to pump every 3 hours. Well, for me, it's just not realistic. Like, one, I'm tired. Two, I'm running a business, so it's hard to find the time. And even though obviously it's a priority, it's hard to find the time. I mean, pumping every 3 hours. I was looking at this video of a mom. God bless her soul. She was pumping every 2 hours until she increased her. I just couldn't do it. Okay, so I was like, what is the easy man way out? And really, there is no easy way out. You do have to pump. It's just like part of the thing. So, moms who want to pump and store, we got to pump. We got to pump, but maybe not every 3 hours. So, what I've been doing is I found this company, excuse me, and I'm actually not sure if they're Canadian. I was trying to find a Canadian company. Why is Canada so lacking in lactation products? Like, seriously, Canada, we really need to get it together. For anyone watching, if you are a good baker, please look up a lactation recipe, try it, and then start a company because God knows we need one here. Bessie's Best is from the States. And really, I want to support local, but finding a local lactation product is nearly impossible here in Canada. So I ordered these. Now I looked up Canadian lactation made in Canada. Okay, so yes, these are Canadian. Yay! So this is called Ramina's Naturals, sorry, and this is the goat's roux tincture. I'm just gonna put it up there and see if you can see it. I actually don't know how to pronounce it. Goat's roux. I don't know. So this is a herbal tincture, and I also bought this one. So this one's called Milk Aplenty. Sorry, obviously I'm using it, so it's got some stain there. Okay, but I'm using these, and basically what it is, you shake, and then it comes with this dropper. Okay, so you're supposed to give yourself 40 drops 3 times a day. So what I do is I will just, because I've already kind of measured it out, so that's about 40 drops right there. So I just squirt that, 40 of this, and then the 40 of the milk aplenty, and I just squirt it into 2 ounces of water or juice, like a good, like a smoothie type of juice, so that it's good stuff, not just like sugar filled juice. And I'll take that, and about an hour later, I'm like heaving full of milk. I can't describe how amazing this has been. Um, I don't think it's probably not the same for everybody, but my God, is it ever worth a try? So if you are experiencing low milk supply, I would definitely recommend getting yourself a tincture like this, a herbal tincture. So mine is from Rumina's Naturals. Okay, so just put that up like that. Ramina's Naturals. I just bought it off their website. It was $39.95 Canadian, I believe, and then it was about $16 shipping for the both of them. I would do it again in a heartbeat. It's so good. Um, it tastes awful, awful, but it is so good. I found that it increased my milk supply day one, which is fantastic, just phenomenal. Um, so with that, because I'm getting a better milk supply, I'm finding that Eva is able to really get a good latch, and she's so content after we nurse. So it's been doing amazing. I'm able to pump a little bit more, which is fantastic. So I'm super happy with that. The last thing I'm waiting on, actually, which I hopefully will get today, is from Milky Mama, and it's their emergency brownies and their lactation iced tea. So people make iced teas, and I think they have a lemonade for it as well. So there's all sorts of lactation products out there. You really just have to look and then find out what's affordable for you because lactation products are not cheap. But if you can find, like I said, someone local who's really good at baking and maybe they have a recipe or maybe just find them a recipe that they can try for you, or if you're a good baker, obviously, I would go ahead and do that because, I find that the products, I don't know if maybe it's just like a concentrated amount of the right ingredients that you need. Um, but like I said, since taking the tincture, my supplies have been way up. And oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm just waiting for these brownies to determine if that's going to work for me as well. So really excited. Um, so, I've needed help. Breastfeeding isn't just like something that's just come natural and it's like, yeah. The other downside to it is that my nipples are killing me. they feel like two pieces of leather on my body. I literally just want to run away sometimes. She's such a powerful sucker. Um, and right now, I'm not using like a lanolin or anything like that. I'm using coconut oil on my nipples, which I find is nice because then I don't have to wipe it away either. I've heard lanolin you don't have to wipe away, but I feel better about the coconut oil because then I know for sure I don't have to wipe it away and she can digest that easy. It's good for her. It's fine. So I've been doing that. And then other than that, I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing. So right now, it's I wake up, I go downstairs, I get my tinctures. So I do uh, my milk of plenty and my goat's roux, sorry. I'll eat my breakfast, which usually consists of this, with some yogurt and some fruit. And if you're on the Knits and Doodles Instagram page, you'll see a picture that I posted with that. Excellent breakfast. Um, and then I'm usually ready to nurse. So she's usually up by that point, and I can nurse her. And after I nurse, I usually try to pump. And then I'll have more tincture at around noon. So I'm coming up to that in about half an hour here. I'll take more of my tincture. And then, I will snack on the granola because it's really good to just kind of snack on as well. And then I will have my last herbal supplement to the tincture at around 8 o'clock because that's when I've just fed her and I'm putting her down before she wakes back up at around 11 o'clock. So that's basically what I'm doing right now. So I pump once, maybe twice a day. And it's for two reasons. One, the time issue. But two, it's also because I find when I pump in the morning, that's when I get the most amount of a pump. There's been times where I've pumped at night and I haven't gotten anything, not one single drop. But so I'll get the most amount, and then the time issue, right? But I find when I do pump in the morning that I'm usually getting, well, now that I'm taking the tinctures, I'm getting about 2 to 3 ounces. So it's almost half a bottle ready for her for the overnight feeding because if I'm too tired, nursing takes a lot out of you. So if you're too tired to nurse, then at least you've got your stored breast milk. And then it works. So that is all I've been doing for my breastfeeding. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because on my Insta page, I've been getting some DMs about how's breastfeeding going and what's that journey looking like for me. So that's what my journey looks like. Like I said, there's women out there who are pumping after every meal. They're pumping every 3 hours, every 2 hours. And that's how they're increasing their supply. And that is amazing. Maybe it's going to end up being that I am going to have to pump more no matter what. So I just don't know yet. But it's been a month and a half, and this is working. It's working to the capacity that I need it to work right now, but I am trying to wean her off of formula altogether. So that will, be something that I have to look at again and find out, okay, like, is this actually increasing my milk supply? Do I need to pump more? What does that look like? Is the pumping actually going to help? Whatever it is. So I will keep you guys updated. I will let you guys know. But if you are looking for some products, then Mina's Natural Tinctures and the Bessie's Best Lactation. Bessie's Best also has cookies. That's basically what they're known for. I'm pretty sure the company is called Bessie's Best Lactation Cookies. So you guys can give them a try, and that's their website. And then, yeah, and that's it. So I will actually put down below the two websites, and then that way you guys can check them out and see if there's any products that you like. So that's it, guys. I'm not going to hold you up. It's already been 25 minutes. Oh my God. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to bring you more videos like this soon. I'm going to try to do one once or twice a week. We'll see how it goes with Babe. Please comment below. Let me know any questions that you guys have about this video in particular, any questions that you guys want me to find answers to, or go over with you, whether it's based on my experience or my research. I'll definitely let you guys know. I'll try to do some videos around the boxes that are upcoming, some of the products that I found, really cool stuff in the works. I'm going to be doing 4 boxes for 4 special influencers, and I will share that process with you guys and how I'm selecting the influencers and all that good stuff. And yeah, just spread the word, share, comment, like, love, hate. I just want to get this community going, and I think it's going to be awesome. So happy start to September, guys, and happy breastfeeding.